Have you ever finished masturbating and felt drained instead of relaxed? Or noticed your erections aren't as strong as they used to be? You might think it's just stress or age, but sometimes the real reason is how you touch yourself, not that you do. I'm Dr. Rosalia Viterbo, and let's talk honestly about something most people won't. Masturbation is healthy. It's part of how your body learns pleasure and balance. It supports sexual function, helps you sleep, and even reduces stress hormones. But here's the problem. The way most people do it today, fast, distracted, or on autopilot, actually confuses your brain and your body. It can dull your sensitivity, mess with your dopamine balance, and make real intimacy less satisfying. It's not about guilt or shame, it's about awareness. Because when done mindfully, masturbation strengthens your pelvic muscles, improves your erections, and keeps your sexual energy flowing naturally. But if you're making the 3 common mistakes I'll share in this video, it can do the exact opposite. So if you've ever wondered why your desire fades after self-pleasure, or why recovery takes longer than it used to, stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know how to keep this healthy habit truly healthy for your body, your mind, and your confidence. Let's be honest, most people never really learn how to masturbate. It just happens. You discover it, it feels good, and it becomes a private habit. But over time, something changes. Maybe it's harder to get aroused without porn. Maybe your erection isn't as strong or your recovery takes longer. Maybe you finish and feel tired instead of satisfied. You tell yourself it's just age, stress, or lack of sleep. And yes, those things matter, but the truth is deeper. See, your sexual system isn't just about your genitals. It's a whole network. Your brain, your hormones, your nerves, your heart, even your emotions. When one part gets overstimulated or disconnected, the whole system starts to struggle. That's why you might notice low motivation, less desire, or even anxiety around sex. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because your body has adapted to a pattern that doesn't match real intimacy. Think about it. When you're rushing through self-pleasure, your brain gets used to instant reward, not connection. When you rely on high-stimulation porn, your dopamine spikes unrealistically, and normal touch feels flat. When you ignore your body's signals, you train your nervous system to disconnect from sensation. So over time, a healthy act turns into a draining one. Not because masturbation is bad, but because the way it's practiced shapes your sexual health. Have you ever noticed how much more alive and confident you feel when your sexual energy feels balanced? That's not a coincidence. It's biology. In this video, I'll show you the 3 most common mistakes that cause this imbalance and how to fix them. Because when you understand what's really happening in your body, you can take back control of your desire, your confidence, and your connection. So let's talk about the 3 most common mistakes people make when it comes to masturbation and what to do instead. This isn't about guilt. It's about understanding how your body works and using that knowledge to feel better, perform better, and connect more deeply, both with yourself and with your partner. First, rushing the process. Most people do it quickly. They wait until they have a few minutes alone and then rush to the finish line. That's understandable. It's private, it's convenient, and it releases stress fast. But here's the hidden problem. When you rush, your brain learns that sexual pleasure equals speed, not connection. You train your nervous system to chase the climax instead of enjoying the buildup. Over time, this affects your sensitivity. It can lead to what doctors call desensitization, where you need stronger and stronger stimulation to feel the same arousal. That's why some men find that real sex feels less intense or they can't last long. The fix? Slow down. Let the experience be about awareness, not performance. Use your breath. Notice your body. If you feel tension building too quickly, pause. This retrains your body to respond to slower, deeper arousal, the kind that naturally enhances blood flow and nerve connection. When you slow down, your dopamine levels rise more steadily instead of spiking and crashing. That's what keeps your desire alive, not drained. Second, depending on high-intensity porn. This is a big one. Porn isn't the enemy, but the way it's consumed can be. When your brain sees fast-cut, high-definition sexual images, it releases massive amounts of dopamine. That rush feels exciting, but it's also artificial. Your brain adapts to that level of stimulation, and soon, real touch, real partners, or even your imagination feel less powerful. That's called porn-induced arousal conditioning, and it's very common. It doesn't mean you're addicted. It means your brain has learned a certain rhythm: visual overstimulation, instant reward, and minimal emotional connection. Over time, that rewires your reward system. You might find it harder to get aroused without visual triggers. You might even notice weaker erections, delayed orgasm, or performance anxiety. Here's the good news: the brain is plastic. It can rewire. If you reduce or pause porn use for even a few weeks, your sensitivity begins to return. Many men report stronger morning erections, more spontaneous desire, and deeper emotional connection. Try self-pleasure without screens, or use your imagination. Imagine a person you feel connected to, or focus on sensations instead of fantasy. This small change helps reset your dopamine balance and strengthens your natural arousal pathways. Think of it like a detox for your nervous system, not from pleasure, but from overstimulation. Third, ignoring recovery and body connection. After orgasm, your body naturally enters a refractory period, a recovery phase where hormones shift. Prolactin rises, dopamine drops, and your nervous system shifts into rest mode. That's normal. But when you ignore your body's signals and keep stimulating too frequently, your energy dips and your hormones don't fully rebalance. You might feel fatigue, low motivation, or irritability. That's not a moral issue. It's a physiological one. Sexual energy is physical energy. Your body uses zinc, magnesium, and dopamine in the process of arousal and climax. If you deplete these constantly without giving your system time to restore, your performance and mood will drop. So what should you do? Respect your rhythm. There's no universal right number of times to masturbate. For some, once a day is fine. For others, every few days feels better. The key is to listen. If you notice weaker erections, lower energy, or less motivation, take a short break. Even 3 to 5 days can make a big difference. During that time, channel your energy elsewhere: exercise, creative work, or deep breathing. Those activities rebalance your dopamine system and increase testosterone naturally. You're not losing anything by resting, you're recharging. And when you return to self-pleasure, it'll feel more satisfying, not mechanical. Bonus: forgetting the emotional side. Sexual pleasure isn't only physical, it's emotional. When you masturbate while stressed, anxious, or disconnected, your body might release tension, but your mind doesn't heal. You might even reinforce a loop of stress release guilt that drains confidence. Instead, try shifting your mindset. Think of masturbation as self-care, not escape. Before you begin, ask yourself, am I doing this to relax or to avoid something? When you approach it with awareness, your body responds differently. Your breathing slows, your heart rate steadies, and your brain releases oxytocin, the same hormone of trust and connection. That's how sexual health supports emotional health. Many patients tell me that once they start treating self-pleasure with care, not shame or secrecy, their confidence grows. They feel more connected to their partners, and their libido improves naturally. So, what's the takeaway? Masturbation itself is not the problem. It's how we do it and what we expect from it. When you slow down, limit overstimulation, and respect your body's rhythm, you align with how your nervous system actually wants to function. You train your brain to associate pleasure with connection, not stress. You support your hormones, not deplete them. That's what keeps your desire alive, your energy balanced, and your erections strong. It's not about doing less, it's about doing it better. Dr. Rosalia's quick recap of the 3 mistakes. Rushing leads to desensitization. Overusing porn rewires your brain's arousal response. Ignoring recovery drains your energy and weakens performance. Fixing these doesn't require drastic change. It's about mindful awareness, pacing, and care. You're not broken. Your body just needs a reminder of how to feel naturally again. Let's take a moment to bring everything together. Masturbation isn't the enemy of healthy sexuality. It's a natural, normal, and beneficial part of your body's rhythm. It helps release stress, improves sleep, balances hormones, and even protects prostate health. But like everything in medicine and in life, balance is what keeps it healthy. When you rush, when you rely too much on screens, or when you ignore how your body feels, you quietly train your system away from connection and vitality. Over time, that can affect not only your sexual health, but also your mood, energy, and confidence. So let's simplify the lesson. First, slow down. Pleasure isn't meant to be rushed. Your nervous system thrives on slow, rhythmic stimulation. It's how your body learns to relax and respond. Second, be mindful with stimulation. If porn has become your only trigger, consider giving your brain a break. Let it rediscover natural arousal through memory, imagination, or emotional connection. That's how you bring sensitivity back. Third, respect recovery. Your body is intelligent. It tells you when it needs rest, even sexually. When you listen, your hormones balance better, your erections improve, and your energy returns. And finally, remember the emotional side. Sexual health isn't only about performance. It's about feeling grounded, confident, and in touch with yourself. When your sexual energy feels balanced, you carry that strength into every part of life. Your focus, your relationships, even your sense of peace. If there's one message I want you to take away, it's this. Always listen to your body. It's not just giving you pleasure, it's giving you information. Notice how you feel after self-pleasure. If it leaves you relaxed and alive, you're doing it right. If it leaves you tired or empty, your body is simply asking for change. And that change is possible, easily, naturally, and without shame. Because a healthy relationship with your own body is the foundation for a healthy relationship with anyone else. Take it as an invitation to connect, not just release, to nourish, not drain. That's the real secret to lasting confidence and desire. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, take a moment to reflect, not just on what you do, but how you do it. Masturbation, when practiced mindfully, can be one of the simplest ways to stay connected to your own well-being. It's not about control or guilt. It's about awareness, balance, and care. So start small, slow down the next time. Notice how your body feels before, during, and after. Those quiet signals are your best guide toward better sexual health and energy. If you'd like to learn more about how your hormones, mind, and body work together, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Every week, I share doctor-led insights on men's and women's health, desire, energy, and balance, explained in simple, practical language. And if there's a topic you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments. This space is here to educate, not judge. Thank you for taking the time to learn about your own health today. You deserve to feel strong, confident, and connected in every part of your life. Take care of your health, and I'll see you next time.